thrilled. Tasha Smith from Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse. I'm so glad you're here.
I am more glad to be here.
Is that right?
Anderson, first of all, I love you, okay?
Well, thank you.
I mean, he doesn't even know how many black women love, right, ladies? I mean, not that white women don't love you. I'm just saying, you know white women love you, but I'm telling you, black women love some Anderson Cooper, okay?
Yeah. I think it's because they've never seen somebody so pale. I am the palest person on the planet.
But you know what? You're pale and fine, okay? Isn't he fine?
All right, so I came to know you, I mean, you're in all this Tyler Perry stuff, but I came to know you on HBO's The Corner, which was a show, I don't know how many of you saw this show, The Corner. It was one of the greatest shows on HBO.
Yeah.
You were directed by Charles Dutton.
Yes, by Charles Dutton. It was amazing. It was about a family of heroin addicts, and Charles Dutton really wanted to put a face on addiction, like to really give it humanity, because a lot of times when people think about drug addiction and that whole thing, they don't really understand the human being and just what they go through.
You saw people suffering, and you saw them as people.
Exactly, and that's what was great. And it
was like a forerunner to The Wire, the show, which I love. The Wire is one of the greatest shows on the planet. But the other thing that mystifies me about you is, you live in L.A.
Yes.
And when she came to New York, I was told that the one thing she wanted to do was meet Big Ange.
Yeah.
Now,
I really did.
Have you all been following Big Ange?
Yes, Mob Wives. Like, I love Mob Wives. Like, I'm kind of addicted to, that's my little guilty pleasure.
I don't get Big Ange.
Big Ange, are you kidding me?
I just don't get her.
I put it to you like this. Big Ange is your version of Nene or Wendy Williams, okay? Now, I don't know how Big Ange would feel about, how Wendy Williams would feel about that.
Or Nene, for that
matter. But she's
matter.
like the white version of Nene, as far as I'm concerned, okay?
So did you actually meet Big Ange?
Yes, I did, and I want to tell you another little story. Like, back in the day, and I'm just kind of telling you some of my personal business.
Okay, all right.
And y'all too. But back in the day, I used to be a stripper. Back in the day, way back in the day.
Hello?
I mean, back in the day, I was doing stand-up comedy.
Right.
I was broke, okay? So I had to kind of help pay for my comedy.
So you went from stand-up comedy to a little stripping on the side.
I would go to stripping on the side to help support my stand-up comedy career.
Would you ever mix the two, like stripping comedy?
I would always do that. Let me tell you why. Because I wouldn't want to get butt naked. So the way that I would get out of that is by telling jokes. So I would always get off easy.
Do guys who go to strip clubs, and I gotta admit, I think I've only been to one once in my life, clearly I'm not the target demo, but... And I only went because it was a friends from college bachelor party, and I was the one being like, really? Can we leave now?
Right.
Can we go now?
Right.
But,
that's how I would be, too.
But my sense is the guys who go there, they don't really want to be giggling.
No, they don't.
I mean, well, maybe they want to giggle, but they don't want to be, like, laughing.
They don't.
Right.
They usually come because they want to see what Big Ange got. You follow what I'm saying? But the way... I would be so charismatic, seriously, that by the time I started telling jokes and I might have gotten to my G-string or something, it was time to go. Like, their time was up. But the first club that I ever worked at was in Staten Island. So when I saw the whole Mob Wives in Staten Island, I was like, wow, I used to be hanging out there back in the day.
Right, so you feel like it's like coming home.
I felt a little connected.
Okay, all right.
From back in the day, y'all.
Right.
I'm a different person today now.
I understand you actually went to Big Ange last night.
I had to go see The Drunken Monkey. I had to. And I wanted to see Big Ange up close and personal. And I'm just like fascinated that she would have those boobs that are just so big.
I just don't understand how somebody does that to themselves and what they see when they look in the mirror.
But you know
don't you ever ask yourself, like, what does Big Ange see?
Let me tell you, Big Ange saw, look, Dr. DeVito is who Big Ange said gave her the whole thing, right?
Well, that's the other question. What doctor would be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea?
No, and they're hard. I touched them, you guys, because I did. I had to see what they felt like. Because she bumped into me, Anderson. She bumped into me, and I almost fell.
Well, I
was like, whoa, those things are heavy.
How did you broach that with Big Ange? Were you just like, I want to touch your breasts?
You know what I said? I said, Big Ange, your boobs just bumped into me. Can I touch them? And she was like, go ahead.
Why doesn't that surprise me? We actually have a tape of you. I have not seen this, so let's take a look.
Yeah. Hey, Anderson. I just got into the NYC, but before I come down to the studio, I had to come down to Staten Island. I am dying to visit Big Ange at the Drunken Monkey. What's up? Mwah.
Where's that little silver fox of yours?
I am co-hosting with him tomorrow, and I'm so excited about it. Well, can you tell us about the book? Bigger is better.
Me.
Shall I come back there? Let's make a Cosmo. Uh-oh, that's a lot of vodka. Get. Anderson, you are the best, though. I really do love you. Here's to you for real.
Anderson, congratulations on your new season, and you better get to the Drunken Monkey so we can party.
Anderson, congratulations.
I
Anderson. And she really talks like that. And those lips, Anderson, are like this. She talks like that. I almost thought she was a man.
Well, I was gonna say, is she a dude?
But no,
I mean,
she had a baby. Dudes can't have babies, no matter
right.
how many sex changes took place.
All right.
Okay.
The other thing, see, I think part of the thing I don't get is because I'm not really a drinker. Like I don't really like drinking very much. I mean, I'll have a wine every now and then. But there's this other story that I saw in the news that's causing a lot of outrage, and I actually think it's totally inappropriate. Urban Outfitters, which is a store that I like to shop at. They got great T-shirts. I usually just plain T-shirts I buy there. They are selling this line of T-shirts, and we have a couple of them here. And their target market is young people. It's like 18 to 25, and then people below the age of 18. They're selling all these pro-drinking shirts, like I drink, you're cute. Obviously, it's sort of out of focus
And
there.
I vote for vodka.
And then there's this other shirt, Misery Loves Alcohol.
Now that is crazy.
See, I just don't think, it doesn't seem appropriate to me if you're selling to kids or teenagers or even people below the drinking age, it just seems like it's sending the wrong message.
I agree with you. Like, I don't agree with these T-shirts at all. I have stepchildren. My youngest stepdaughter is 15 years old, and I don't want this to be something that she's representing
USA drinking.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no. Or I vote for vodka. No. We could think of something else to vote for, okay? Like education.
Yeah.
Why can't it be, I vote for education, okay?
Right. Why is it always like stupid stuff on shirts? Jen Withers, the president of MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, is actually right here. Jen, does this piss you off?
Yes, it makes me angry. I would never, if my kids wanted to come home with one of those, that wouldn't be in the house, or they wouldn't be wearing it anywhere. But really, the important thing as a mother is, to me, is the message it's sending to the children, you know? And so anybody under the age of 21, not only is it illegal to drink alcohol, but it's also extremely dangerous, you know? And my own daughter was killed. She was 15 years old, and she was killed by a drunk driver. And so this is very personal to me. And the important thing is that research shows that when kids wear these things, they're much more likely than to drink.
Absolutely.
And
That's
this is a
about
major
line.
retailer. This isn't some, mom and pop shop. This is, they're selling across the country. I know a lot of young people maybe disagree. Trey, you're in college, right?
I'm in college. I'm a student at American University in Washington, D.C.
And so what do you think of these shirts?
A lot of kids on campus have them.
You've seen shirts like
Yeah, tons of them. I have one with me today. It says...
This is your own shirt?
This is my own shirt. It says political party. And now this one does not come out and say anything about drinking necessarily.
They're a political party, but what, they're all drinking?
They're all drinking.
Okay.
Do
It's
you,
our founding fathers drinking.
do you drink, Trey?
No, I do not.
Okay, good. I'm glad to know
Really?
that.
Really?
When I was in Italy once, I had some wine, but it was legal to drink there.
Okay.
But
But you don't think it kind of sends a bad message?
I think kids have decisions to make. I think as an 18-year-old, which I'm 18, you have a decision to make. I can go to war, I can vote in a presidential election, and I can vote whether to drink vodka or not. you know?
I hear you on that, but I also feel that young kids, even like when you're dealing with 15 and 16-year-olds that are buying these T-shirts, they don't have a meter, I feel. I mean, as an adult, you know, have one glass of wine and call it quits. Don't drink and drive. But sometimes I feel like kids, they may not have that kind of meter. Even at 18, I feel like you're still a baby.
Yeah.
You might be able to vote, but you can't drink a bunch of vodka and have enough sense to know not to drive.
And I mean, I grew up in New York City, and where we weren't driving around, but I mean, everybody was drinking when I was 15 years old, 16 years old. Jan, I mean, you're
I'm from Colorado, and 18 was the drinking age.
and your daughter died.
My daughter died 20 years ago, actually.
When she was
15.
15
She
years
was
old.
15, and it was an underage drinker, actually. He was 17 that killed her. And so his life is ruined too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the point is all the dangers, and research actually shows that kids who have these T-shirts actually drink more. It's more frequent for them to drink than kids who don't have them.
We reached out to Urban Outfitters. They didn't respond to us, obviously,
We
but
did
we're
too,
going to continue
yeah.
to try to reach out to them, because I do think this is something that,
Thank you.
know, if enough people kind of express, concern
Yeah.
to them, they'll take them off the shelves. So
Yeah, we
let's-
would like to have that conversation just to be responsive.
Yeah, at the very
That's all.
least, they should be able to meet with you, and so let's see if we can make that happen. Let's see.
Thank you.
We reach out to them. We'd love them to come on the show anytime. Up next, the Sharks from ABC's Shark Tank are here. We'll be right back.